Everyone, we are back in the kitchen for an encore presentation of our Southern Cooks video series with Sylvia Gray and her granddaughter Emily. And they are all the way from England. They're visiting here this month. And so we're very excited to welcome them back. They were here a couple weeks ago, and it was the most viewed live presentation that we have ever had. So this time they're going to be making Millionaire Shortbread, So go ahead and tell us what you're doing today.
All right, first I'm going to measure the flour out. I've doubled up on this because
we like our sweets here.
The original recipe is too small for you.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
Sugar. Okay.
And you like to measure your ingredients.
I do, yes.
Instead of doing the cups like we're used to.
I have got cups at home, but I just measure it out. Weigh it out. Tip it up. That's it. We don't get our butter in little strips like this back home. It's usually big slabs.
Ah.
I messed that one up. Okay, I'll do it. Thank you. Thanks, right, as well.
325. All right. Preheating our oven to 325 degrees.
I was going to do this last time.
You were going to do what last time?
Last time I came, I was going to make this.
I know, and I was actually not here the last time you came. I had to go to a doctor's
We
appointment.
didn't get any further than Andy and Lillian's fridge.
Now, is this a family recipe or?
It's not really. I have made it before, but I found this one in a magazine.
Mm-hmm.
And I hadn't made it for ages. I thought, I'm going to try that. But then I used a different shortbread recipe because it's easier to double up this way.
Right.
But the filling is off the original recipe.
Mm-hmm.
And what type of consistency are you getting this to?
It'll be a bit more than breadcrumb.
Okay.
When it'll start sticking together.
Mixing in all that butter.
Yes. It's full of all the good things that I've had for you.
But they taste so good. Now, I have a feeling our visitor information specialist, Mary, is going to really love this recipe because she loves shortbread cookies.
Does she?
And you're adding, what, chocolate and caramel to it?
Yes. Golden syrup I brought from England. You can buy it here, but it's not in all the shops.
Mm-hmm.
And condensed milk and more butter. And then the chocolate topping.
So it's very healthy for us, is what you're
Very,
saying.
yeah.
Good. I want you to know that when Leah told me that you were going to make this, I have stopped eating sweets since the day she told me so I could eat as much as I wanted. And my doctor can't say anything about it.
You might feel a bit sickly.
It'll be wonderful. I've been dreaming about it.
This is starting to, if it was for pastry, it would be overrubbed now. But that's where it needs to stick together, like bind together.
And you said it's just a little bit stickier than the consistency of breadcrumbs, is that correct?
Yes.
And it's butter, flour, and sugar so far.
That's right, yes.
Alrighty.
About how much flour did you put in there?
Because I doubled it up. Well, the original recipe is 9 ounces,
Okay.
or 250 grams.
Okay.
It's going to take about half an hour, I think, making, till it's golden brown.
It's going to take about half an hour.
Till
To
it's
bake.
golden brown.
Okay.
Mhm. But that doesn't mean we have to wait half an hour to eat because you made some in advance.
Certainly do. If it's still in your fridge.
It better be.
Yeah.
That's very good now, it's starting to stick together. I'm just going to put it into this tin and flatten it down.
Now, is there any oil in that pan, anything like that?
I
Just
did
to
spray it.
spray it. Okay.
I think some of these you don't have to, but I've sprayed this one. I think that's about it. I'm just going to flatten it down.
Mhm.
Was there a certain desire for how thick you want this to be, or is it just as thick or thin as whoever's eating it wants?
It's just trial and error, yeah.
Okay.
How long have you been making this?
I don't really know.
That long?
About 2 weeks.
Hold it. Fill it up. That's it, ready for the others. Sorry about them. Just going to go wash my hands. Just going to wait for that to come up.
It needs to be boiling.
The oven
Oh,
temperature.
okay, gotcha.
that pan of water is just for that spoon. And while this is cooking, I'll make the caramel topping.
Okay. Well, if you want to, we can let you go ahead and start making the topping, and then we can put that in as soon as the oven's ready.
Okay. I'll just go wash my spoon. Thank you. I don't need those yet. Right, this is the proper recipe.
There it is.
Oh,
About 30 minutes from now then.
we're putting this in the oven at 325 for how long?
About 30 minutes or until golden brown.
Okay.
This is the condensed milk I'm going to be putting in now.
Okay.
And it's messy.
And we have someone wanting to say hello to you. It's Tyler Grace. Is this a friend of yours?
Jackie's grandpa.
Oh,
Remember?
Is that a
It was
friend?
her car seat that Mr. Tom was in.
Aww.
I'm going to put that spoon into the boiling water.
Okay.
And it's easier for the syrup to come off. And I'm going to measure some more butter out. How much do I need, Emily? 6. Yes, please. That's about it.
Yeah.
Don't have to have a spoon. Two tablespoons of golden syrup.
And that golden syrup is from England, right? Yeah. You brought this with you?
I did. But you can buy it here. Somewhere.
So we've got 1 can of sweetened condensed milk, some delicious golden butter, and a little bit of golden syrup,
Yes.
all the way from England.
Yes. Now I'm going to slowly melt this all together. On this one.
If you want to, we could switch them out. Since that one's already
That's-
hot. And I'll turn.
I don't want it too high.
Not too high, yeah.
Once it starts melting, you've got to stir it all the time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because if not, it can get scorched, right?
Yes, it will. It will
Yeah.
burn on.
And it'll end up being like a caramel sauce, you said?
Yes.
So this would be delicious over ice cream or even just with a spoon.
Yes.
I'm trying to get ideas. I'm going into my 3rd trimester here.
So we researched golden syrup because we had never heard of it, and we
Right.
weren't sure we were going to be able to find it here when we saw it on the shopping list. And it said that you can make your own if you use like honey and
Corn syrup.
All right.
Equal parts.
Mm-hmm.
I had thought of trying it with molasses. I have a jar of that.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't know. There's a shop in Poland where you can buy it.
Oh, really? Okay.
A nice shop. A British pie shop.
Oh.
Good to know.
They sell good pies. See the butter starting to melt into it now.
Mm-hmm. Looks very good. Now, y'all are kind of at the end of your vacation here, aren't you?
Yes, go home Sunday.
Going home Sunday. Well, what fun things have you done while you're here, other than coming to cook for us?
Last week we went down to Tybee for the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
That was good. We did Jacksonville. Was that the weekend before?
Yeah.
Yeah? We went to the Catty Shack at Jacksonville. That was brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
Don't forget the party.
Oh, yes, we had a party. That was good. Yes. We went to Okefenokee and I got swamp fever. I've had head cold soon, but it's gone now. But it was swamp fever.
Yes, it was.
We do that Sunbury as well.
Yeah.
But not to Sunbury. Okay.
Yeah,
Great.
they'd been fishing, but I was reading. Lots of shopping, Emily.
Yes.
Where else? We went to another nature park, didn't we?
Yes, I don't know what one.
Yeah, Auckland's.
Nice.
Went on the dolphin boat last weekend. That was brilliant.
Oh, very nice.
Seen absolutely loads of dolphins.
Wow.
It was good.
So it's starting to get a little bit more melted.
Yes, it is. Want to get a spoon?
I think I might let it cool down before I get a spoon.
You do right.
I have burned my tongue once or twice though, trying to get a good taste of something.
Yeah, if it's too hot, you can't do that. And once this starts boiling up a little bit and thickening a bit more, then it's done.
Mm-hmm.
Normally what I do at home is do the shortbread first, let that cool. I might make it the day before. Then I do this, and when this is still hot, put it on the shortbread, and I just dribble the chocolate chips on the top, let it melt,
Oh, sounds great.
and then spread the chocolate out. This is actually better than yesterday's, I think. There's no scotch bits in. Just turn that a little bit more.
And is this about the consistency that you want it to be, or we want it to thick it up a little bit more?
Pick it up a little bit more. Without burning it. Hopefully.
Sometimes that's easier said than done. It looks delicious.
Hot work.
Just a little under 20 minutes on the crust, I guess you would call it.
I think that's starting to come to a boil.
Now, are you over here making sure she doesn't cheat us out of any chocolate chips? She follows the recipe exactly.
All I've got to do now is wait for the shortbread to come out the oven.
Will it continue to darken at all, or is that the...
It will darken a little bit more. I don't want to turn the heat up too much for scorching it.
It is hot work over here. I feel the stove a little bit more the closer I get to you.
I think that's about as good as that's going to get.
Now, will you just let this sit until the crust is done, or are you
I
going to
will.
stir it the whole time, or continuously?
I'll take it off the heat.
Okay.
Because I stayed at home, I would have done that shortbread maybe the day before. And then when this is ready in the pan, I would have poured it straight onto shortbread. And then I would have put the chocolate chips on. And they would have just melted. I think I'm going to leave that at that.
Nice and smooth.
Proud of that.
It looks very good.
Usually I've got a little bit scorching. There's another one there. Can you smell it?
Yes.
Don't think it's going to thicken anymore now. I'm just going to take that off the heat and wait for the biscuit to come out. I can't get the ones I made earlier. You want them out now?
We'll wait a couple minutes. That's fine. Actually, my broadcast is having a problem,
Alright.
so I'm going to restart.
This for me.
So that's fine. Don't worry.
Let me put this in there. Put this in there.
I'm just going to pause for a minute. Since we're waiting on that. We lost our connection for a few minutes, but we're back and we're here for the finale of making the Millionaire Shortbread. So our oven has just beeped. We're going to go ahead and take that shortbread out of the oven.
Right. We'll have some oven boots.
I think there's some in that. Look in that drawer right there. I believe there's some in there. Not in that one.
No, there's a clue.
Look in this one.
Thank you.
Got it? There we go.
So I'm just going to pour this topping all over.
And that's our topping made of golden syrup and evaporated milk and butter.
And you can smell that shortbread. As Leah would say, if you could only have what, smell-o-vision?
Smell-o-vision. I'm going to just top the chocolate on it and hope it melts in.
Just semi-sweet chocolate chips.
Yeah. Back home I can get what we call chocolate buttons, kids' sweets.
Chocolate
And that's-
buttons. That's cute. I like that.
And that's usually what I use. They're easier to melt in. They're not as thick as these. These should take 2 or 3 minutes to just soften up, and then I'll smooth them over. Nice.
Yes.
Do you wish you were eating them? I bet you do. Yes. We'll leave that at that. Let them soften and I'll smooth that all over.
Emily, is this one of your favorite things that your grandmother makes?
Yeah.
Yeah. Some water in that for me,
Yes.
please.
Alright.
They're starting to melt
Looks
now.
yummy.
Oh, yes.
Just hope there's enough on.
I feel like you could never add too many chocolate chips.
Yeah, I guess that was a hint.
Yeah. Put your hand out. Is that it?
Yes.
So do it. And I'll just smooth them over when they're completely melted.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Let's take a look at our finished product because Sylvia was nice enough to bring some that was already done. And now after this, after it bakes and everything cools down, do you just pop this in the refrigerator?
Yes.
Okay. So you
And then it just disappears.
very quickly, I imagine.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, in that case, the last step is just kind of smoothing that out. So
Yeah.
I think which is pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah. I'll leave them so they melt a bit more. That's all you need to do, just smooth them out.
And you'll have a nice thick layer of chocolate on top of that
Yes.
caramel sauce on top of that shortbread.
I can hear you, Emily.
What?
I think it probably needs more on,
I agree.
Yeah. Want to pop some more on? Put those on. Oh. And there's a melted one there. After it's started.
Yes.
Your chocolate isn't the same as ours.
No.
Mm-hmm.
So
You said yours is a little bit thinner.
Yeah, it
you
is.
said?
Yes, the chocolate buttons are quite thin.
Are you excited?
Yes.
All right, we are going to go ahead and get ready to enjoy the Millionaire Shortbread that's already prepared. So thank you everyone that watched. We will be putting this broadcast up on our YouTube channel, Liberty CVB, so you can go watch it there. And we'll post the recipe there once we have that too. And we just want to say thank you to our cooks for the day, Sylvia and Emily. Thank you so much.